Welcome everyone. Welcome to AML Transformation Channel. In this channel, you will find all relevant AML, KYC and fraud concepts explained in a simplified manner. You can use these concepts to crack your AML, KYC or fraud analyst ongoing interview. Many people have got benefited with it. This channel has the testimonies as well as success stories from those people. So please come and enjoy. So today we will see AML KYC Analyst Roadmap 2024. We will see training for fraud analyst international US banking part 4. So part 3, part 2, part 1 is already uploaded in YouTube in both English and Hindi format. Please go ahead and have a look onto it. So in part 4 we will cover certain things. Here we will get to know how a fraud complaint is made by customer. First of all, we will see whether the person who is lodging a complaint is a customer or not. So we need to know how a fraud complaint is made by a customer, which website they go, because this website is linked with Federal Reserve Bureau. Here all the complaints are going to FRB and what are the details they need to enter. That is also very important and critical. Coming to the next question we will see here is what are the different type of complaints that a customer can make in US banking. What it means, what on what product or what different type of products or what can different type of banking services the customer is using, onto which customer can make a complaint. So we will also know here whether he can make complaint on financial complaints or non-financial complaints, because bank has both kind of product, financial and non-financial. Also we will get to know the complaint which are made by customer can be made on loan related as well, card related as well, or account related as well. Along with that, we will also see what are the important information a fraud analyst should look in a complaint so that it will help them to resolve it. So this information might be related to customer detail and account detail. So let's go ahead and see the flow. So now here you will see it is CFPB portal, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. This is a government of US website where all the consumers can put up their complaint regarding to banking financial product. So here if we will see, choose the product or services that best matches your complaint. So these are the few screenshots which I have got it from CFPB website to help us to understand how complaint comes into play, how this complaint, how the data is collected in a complaint request, and what different type of complaints you can get if you are working as a fraud analyst. Working as a fraud analyst, knowing this thing is very important, because whenever the senior person who will interview you regarding the fraud analyst position would like to test you for what kind of complaints you might get. So just going on to that, so here we can see checking or saving account, mortgages, credit card, payday loans, title loan, personal loan, credit card reporting, other personal consumer reports, prepaid card, debt collection, student loan, debt or credit card management, student loan, vehicle loan or lease, money transfer, virtual currency or money services. So these are the few kind of complaints which has been compiled by CFPB that could come from consumer to the Federal Reserve Bureau. Now here we are not talking about mortgages. We are mostly concerned here in fraud process about accounts and related to card. All the mortgages are coming under loan syndication. So let's go to the website and see how we can put up a complaint. Okay, now if you will see here, it is the CFPB website, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So here you need to enter your email address and password. Prior to that, you need to register yourself. So if you are not a member, you can click here and you can register yourself by entering your details such as first name, last name, email ID, phone, create password and confirm password. By following this simple few steps, you can create your login and you can easily log in into CFPB to register your complaint. Now since we know here what kind of complaints might be coming to us, let's go ahead to the next screenshot. So the next screenshot, after entering the type of complaint, here we have mentioned we have a complaint regarding credit card. So here there is a list of problems which are generated with credit card on a regular basis. So here they have compiled the maximum number of complaints, the most common type of complaint that comes with credit card. So if you will see here, most of the general purpose credit card or change card complaints we get here are about to be one of the following topics. Select the one that best describe your complaint and you will have the chance to explain your complaint in detail in next step. So here they are telling us that please select the most common, the type of problem which we are facing, and we can enter all the details regarding to complaint in the coming step. So let's see what are the complaint that we might get in a credit card max to max according to the US guidelines. That is, first of all, getting a credit card means we have not received a credit card or we have received a credit card without even requesting for it. Second, problem while making payment. We have a credit card but while making payment for it we are not able to do it. This could be a kind of complaint as well. Advertising and marketing including promotion offers. So according to advertisement we have not got that type of benefit, or the advertisement has said something wrong which is not okay to you. You can also put a complaint onto that. Closing your account. If you are facing any issue while closing a credit card, you can also put a complaint onto that. Trouble using a credit card. Suppose the card which you have received is not working while making purchase, or the credit limit provided to you is not correct as per informed during purchase of the card, you can also put up a complaint to that. Other feature terms and problem, reward program, arbitration checks, cash advance, balance transfer, privacy issue. If any of these things has been violated to you by the credit card company, you can put up a complaint. And last, problem with purchase shown on a statement means suppose one of the transaction which you have not initiated even though it is showing in the statement, you can put up a complaint for that. Now coming to the next step, as we have selected that we has been overcharged for certain transaction. So after that we have another subtask where we can mention that card what are the additional problem we are facing other than that in the subtask. Suppose we select that the charges which has been levied to us in our credit card statement is not been done by us, then after another three options are coming, which are card was charged to something which you did not purchase. First option means charges made without your permission. Second, overcharge for something you did purchase with the card. Second option. Third option, credit card company isn't resolving a dispute about purchase on your statement. So these are the three purchase problems which can be considered under if your transaction which you have not done in credit card. So this three type of problem can come if you are having a credit card and there is a transaction has been initiated without your consent. So these are the three subtasks to the main task. Now, and the next option is that have you tried to fix the problem with the company? You can select yes or no depending upon your confirmation. If you have no, then you can go ahead. If it is yes, what are the things which you have entered, you can mention it here. So here the next section will be what happened. You need to mention here your whole story. You need to include date, amount and action, but you don't need to give your personal information such as social security number, account number, your name, because we have that kind of detail in the below if you will see. So here you need to mention your problem and then you need to mention here resolution. What would be the fair resolution to the issue? This part is very important because in a fraud complaint, the fraud analyst has to look at the complaint as well as to the resolution the customer is requesting. Suppose in some cases we don't find a resolution given by the customer, then we request the customer via email or by call to provide the resolution, because a complaint may be regarding multiple things. So what the complainant want as a resolution is very important. So therefore resolution part is need to be filled by the customer. After that, if we have any document related to that, suppose we have purchased a new credit card but is not working, the purchase receipt, the purchase cover or any specific account statement or anything related to our complaint, we can attach it here. After that, we need to mention the details of the company about which we are complaining, because we are here complaining to the nodal authority, that is the Federal Reserve Bureau. So the card which we purchased might be belong to any banks or might be belong to any service provider such as Visa, MasterCard. So we need to mention the account number, then we may need to mention the card number. We need the information to help the company find you in system, because if you will not mention the card number, then the fraud analyst won't be able to investigate the complaint properly. Then we can enter here the company name. It could be anything. If we mention here all the banks which are registered in US will come here. Then one of the most important step is who are you submitting the complaint for yourself or for a third party. If you are doing it for yourself, then you have to mention all your information. If you are doing it for a third party, Means suppose you are daughter and you are filing this complaint for your mother, then you have to also mention your details from name, address, details and everything. Suppose you are doing it for myself, then you need to mention your contact information, your country, address line, city, zip code, and what is the billing address of the credit card. You can select a same billing address. If it is not same, you can mention different address as well. Similarly, you need to mention what language you are comfortable. After that language selection, you need to mention the demographic changes, information such as age, sex, what kind of origin is your, Hispanic, Latino, Spanish, then what is your race. This is important because it helps to determine what kind of fraud is happening, because this race also reflect the literacy rate in that area. So getting the race, selecting it is very important. After that, you need to mention that what is the total number of people in your home, that how many are dependent, and what is your annual income. And after that, if you are an ex-serviceman, if you are a serviceman or veteran, you can take, or if you belong or you are kind of a spouse to a ex-serviceman. These things matters while submitting a complaint. And at the last, if you are submitting this complaint for someone else or as a third party, you need to also mention your complete details and also your contact information in case this complaint get resolved, how the Federal Reserve Bureau or fraud analyst will contact you to provide you a resolution. So these are the few things which are entered when a fraud complaint comes into a system. Now knowing these things is very important, because onto this thing only a fraud analyst interviews go ahead. Nobody will ask you that how you resolve a complaint, because we all know we have tools. We can check the account statement, we can take help from the earlier cases, we can take the help from SOPs, we can take the help of SME and TL to resolve those issues. But without knowing how a complaint come into the system, what are the different parameters they select, what are the different sections they fill up, without knowing that, we won't be having clarity on the fraud process, and in that way it will be difficult for us to resolve a fraud complaint. So thank you for watching this video. In the next complaint, again I will take up that how to solve a fraud complaint and what are different parameters of a soft complaint when it comes to a fraud analyst. So thank you for watching this video.